This is the legend of Jack O'Lantern. There's a guy named Jackie here. Jack. He's a bad old man, drinking his whiskey, beating his wife, beating his kid, kicking his dog right in the face. And one day, the devil come a hunting for him. So the devil comes from him, the devil says,
why is he looking at me?
He's concentrating.
The devil says, Jack, you've been a bad man. You gotta call me. And Jack said, oh, please, devil, please don't take me away. I promise to change my ways. He says, no, Jack, you gotta come with me. So Jack goes with him. They're all going down the hill now, and they're walking down the hill, and they pass by a pop stand. And Jack says, I'm mighty thirsty, devil. I sure like it if we get a pop. The devil says, that's a mighty fine idea, but I ain't got me no money. So Jack says, well, I got me a 10-piece, and you can change yourself into a 10-piece, and I'll buy you a pop yourself. So the devil turns himself into a 10-piece. Jack throws him in his little change purse and pulls out his crucifix. He won't let him out. And the devil gets very angry. He's like, Jack, you let me out of here now! Jack, let me out of here! I'll kill you! I'll turn this one. And Jack says, I can't do that, though. I'm sorry, I can't do that. So after a couple of days, the devil's getting mighty hungry. He's getting very tired. He says, yeah, please let me out. I promise I won't hurt you. Just please let me out. And Jack says, you promise to leave me alone for a year? He says, yeah, I promise. Just, you swear gracious? He says, I swear gracious. So Jack was on his way, and he figures, all right, I got a year to pent my sins now. But he figures, a year's an awful long time to pent my sins. So I'll party for the first 6 months, and then I'll pent my sins the last 6 months. So he's drinking his whiskey, drinking his brandy, beating his wife, beating his kids, and kicking his dog right in the face. So the 6 months are up. He's like, I want awful fast. And 6 months is an awful long time to pent my sins. So I'll pent my sins the last 3 months, and I'll party for another 3 months. So he's drinking his whiskey again, drinking his brandy, drinking everything he finds, beating his wife, beating his kids, kicking his dog in the face. So the 3 months are up, and he's like, man, 3 months is an awful long time to pent my sins. I think I'll pent my sins last month, and I'll party for another 2 months. So he drinking his whiskey, drinking his brandy, he beating other people's kids, beating his own wife, beating other people's wife, kicking other people's dogs in the face all the time. So the 2 months are up, and he's like, wow, month off, so I'm trying to pent my sins. I think I said last week to pent my sins. And I'll party for another 2 weeks. So he's drinking his brandy, drinking his whiskey, drinking his vodka, beating his wife, beating his kids. His dog's dead, but he's still kicking in the face. So his 3 weeks are off, and the last week, right, pent his sins, and he comes down with an awful case of malaria. So he can't pent his sins. He's too weak. So after the week's up, the devil come home for him. The devil come home for him. He's like, Jack, it's your time to go. I left you alone for a year. It's time to go now. You've been a bad man. And Jack says, oh, please, devil, I couldn't pent my sins. I had malaria. So he says, nah, Jack, you gotta go. So they're going on down the hill again, and they pass by an apple tree. And Jack says, devil, I'm mighty hungry. I would like one of them apples. So the devil says, well, those apples are awful high. I don't think we can reach them. Jack says, well, I can boost you up my shoulders, and you grab all the apples you want. So he boosts him up on his shoulders, and the devil's up there grabbing the apples, and he pulls out his knife and crawls a crucifix right into the tree. And Jack says, you let me out of this tree now, Jack! You let me out! I'll kill you! I'll rip your guts out, I swear! Jack says, I'm sorry, devil, I can't do that, devil, I'm sorry. So after a couple of days, the devil starts whining again. He's like, oh, please, Jack, I promise I won't hurt you. Please let me out. And Jack says, you got to promise to leave me alone forever. And the devil says, I swear. He says, you swear gracious? He says, I swear gracious. Now Jack, he's a free man. He got nothing to worry about. He's drinking his whiskey, drinking his brandy, drinking his vodka, drinking everything he can find. He's kicking his wife in the face, kicking his dog in the face, beating his wife, beating his kids, beating other people's wives, other people's kids. Dog's still dead, but he's still kicking in the face. So after about 60 years, he's getting tired of this routine. And he says, I got to stop. So he goes on up to heaven. He's like, St. Pete, let me in. St. Peter says, you've been a bad man, Jack. You've been a bad man. I can't let you in. So he goes on down to hell. He's like, devil, can you please let me in? And he says, no, you're a bad man, Jack. I ain't letting you in here. He says, please, it's too dark out. I need somewhere to stay. He says, all right. He gives him a flame. He sticks it in his mouth. He's Jacqueline.
Yeah.